to go on walkabout with Uncle Benny. Today we're not going to do something a wee bit different, we are. We're going to mosey on downstream a little bit, and we're going to do a bit of trolling upstream, downstream, because the tide's up at the moment. And then as that sun comes up, the tide goes down, we're going to mosey along and do a little bit of a Croc seeing episode, I reckon, eh? We'll spill a few facts about the old crocodilian, the mud gecko, the elusive snapping handbar. And then we'll hopefully catch ourselves a fish at the same time. But I wouldn't count on it. I come on out the other day, done a little bit of trolling, I was going to do a bit of flicking and whatnot, but I tweaked my old back I did as I launched the boat. So I spent yesterday just hobbling around like an old grandpa. Needed a walker, just about I did. Feeling a lot better today after rolling around on that massage ball. So what do you reckon, Fred? We mosey on downstream and get these lines wet? Come on, bud! Woo-hoo! And then we'll go see some crocodilians. Catch you guys soon. Righto, guys, and this over here is Chris, the king of the Savannah Way. This is the largest crocodile ever captured in the world. He was captured in July of 1957 off the MacArthur River banks. Now have a go at the size of this big boy. Fair dinkum. Imagine coming face to face with this beast. You just spray ink out the back here a little bit like a squid. Woo! Be a bit more pungent though, I reckon. You'd be there, oh no, no, no! Next minute. This poor old beast, he was put to rest by a famous crocodile hunter, Christina Pawlowski. This mad woman, she shot him clean in the center of the head here. One shot. That's how she got her nickname. One shot. And old Christina Pawlowski, sorry, she felt a bit guilty about killing such an incredible prehistoric dinosaur in years to come. And she actually started a conservation to help save the crocodile population. So let's mosey on down here and see if we can't go take a gander at a few of these big old beasts. A few mud geckos on the banks down here. Come on, let's go. How bloody crazy is that statue? That is a real life replica, size for size, 1-to-1 ratio. Incredible. 8.64 meters that beast was. Woo! Unbelievable. Biggest in the world. Now, most saltwater crocodiles only get to the size of around 7 meters. This here was an exception. Now, on one of my free camps, I ran into one of the Normanton locals. He was a true fisherman, this fella was. He didn't let the truth get in the way of a good story, this mad fella. He tried to tell me there was still one of the crocodiles about the same size in this system today. He reckoned, if not bigger. God dang! If I had his measure stick, I would have had myself a few legal barramundi in the boat out there at Caramba! Mad old fella he was. Hey, anyhow, how about I cut to the other day when we went out in the boat before I twinged my old black up, give you a gander what happened while we just troll along here. Me and Freddie, we ain't going too fast right now, so I'll catch you guys soon. Not too sure if you guys could have seen that. We might have left Caramba, but we haven't left the crocodilians. They're here, there and everywhere. How bloody good is that? Woohoo! Unreal. Let's go see if we can't get a fish. That was cool, wasn't it, boyo? Hold on, bud. Let's go, Fred. Croc number 2, and we haven't even got to trolling yet. How bloody good. Norman, you are incredible. Whoopsie daisies. Forgot to fuel the boat up again. Lucky we got the Jerry. Don't know why Jerry gets his own can. Benny can too. Go get in there, you fuel guzzler. Just moseying along, guys. Couple of rods on out the back. Now, a few of you might be thinking, Normanton, I've heard of that place. I just can't bloody think why. It's the Croc statue. God dang Croc statue. And this place is loaded with crocs. We're just moseying along, minding our own business, and we've seen a couple of mud geckos just slide on in. I went to take a video of one of the big boys, and silly old bugger I am, I had it on photograph, not videograph. So we missed that opportunity. Anyway, if you haven't been to Normanton, you might want to mosey on out here and see Chris, the king of the Savannah Way. The big Croc statue. It's a real life replica. 8.64 meters that big boy went. Now this boat here, it is 4.5 meters. So 8.64 is nearly twice the size of this rig. Imagine that, a prehistoric crocodile just moseying on underneath you and you don't even know. Some of the crocs we've seen today are bigger than the boat. And there's something very exhilarating about that. Fair dinkum, I tell you what. Would you have a go at that beast? There's a fair dinkum male. I kid you not even 50 meters ago, another one slid straight into the water. Cheeky little bugger, eh? I don't want no trouble, mate. I'll go my way, you go your way. Alright, have a good day. You scary, scary boy. Woo! We're just gonna keep on moseying on up here, guys. Hopefully these crocodilians leave us alone. Be nice if we could snag a nice barrel Monday! Woohoo! Freddy, we ain't going too fast at the moment. We're just trolling. Would you have a go at this cheeky little devil? Little Roo's come down to get himself a feed of grass off the bank there. Up here in the Gulf, guys, the vast plains in the dry season, it doesn't take long for the food to just disappear. So that little Roo there, he's scurried on out to get himself a feed of tucker off the side of the bank there. Nice and green and lush it was. If he ain't cautious, he gonna become croc dinner, he is. Tasty little critter he'd be. Ooh-wee. Sometimes, when the old belly's been grumbling a while, safety is your second concern. Fill him that old tank up, number one. You hungry, hungry hippo, that Roo. Have a go at that big old beast. They look like a prehistoric dinosaur. Treat you like a prehistoric dinosaur too. Hey, that'll rip you on under the water without a second guess. Woo! Come on, boy. Let's get on out of here. Have a go at the size of this beast. Hey, fair dinkum. It'd be quite a bit bigger than this boat, I tell you what. How you doing, big boy? We'll call you Norman. Norman from Normanton. Stormin' Norman. Woohoo! There he goes! Yeah! Now that was a big mud gecko. Woohoo! Righto. How about we get D running the goose up in the sky? Now it shouldn't come as any great surprise. Unlike you and I, the saltwater crocodile cannot sweat. So when you see them up on the bank like this one with their mouth wide on open, they ain't smiling. That's no invitation to go up and say g'day. They're regulating their body heat. They're expelling a bit of the heat that they've absorbed from the sun because they don't want to overheat. fair dinkum, guys. That famous crocodile smile, it entails 66 teeth. And I reckon I know why they say you cannot trust a crocodile smile. They replace their teeth every 2 to 3 years. No wonder they don't need no dang toothbrush. Cheeky little buggers. And that bite force, 3,700 pounds per square inch. 45 times stronger than the human jaw. Woo! Now you don't want to get bitten by that bugger. He clean in half, he will. Let's mosey on up and see if we can't find some more crocs to have a gander at, eh? That there just sliding in the water, that there was a fair dinkum male. You know how I know that, guys? Because that croc was over 10 foot long. A saltwater crocodile, 10 foot and under, is a female or a growing male. But in a system like this, good chance it'd be a female, because these big old male crocs, they're very territorial. They'll go and destroy everything in their path. They don't discriminate. They'll eat a baby croc, they don't care. Hey, fair dinkum. I forgot to mention, while we were on the fact of male crocodiles, to determine the sex of a crocodile is the temperature of the egg. An egg that is 31.6 degrees, that turns into a male. Anything slightly above or under, that's a female. So the likelihood of males being born is very low, because the temperature fluctuates quite a lot. It all depends on how well that croc nest is built. But come on, let's go get ourselves some more crocs, eh guys? We really don't have to go far to spot these crocs. Fair dinkum, 40 metres down the river we are. Now a crocodile's an ambush predator. All those lumpy things on its back, they're called scuts. Now they help the crocodile swim through the water, leaving 0 ripples. Not only do they help the crocodile do that, they help it absorb the rays from the sun while it heats itself up. And then, as I said earlier, it opens its jaw on up when it wants to release some heat. Woo-wee. The crocodile, it can even hold its breath for over an hour underwater. It just slows its heart rate on down and it just perches itself up. Now for an ambush predator to be able to hold its breath underwater for an hour, it is incredible. They are a smart creature too. They'll sit back for days and they'll observe the way the animals are acting around them. And they know what time each animal comes on down to the water. They have a little feed, get a drink, whatever it is, their business. And then the old crocodile, he just waits and lurks until his opportunity, and then BAM! Tucker is served. Righto, righto. Let's go see if we can't find some more crocodilians. As you just seen, guys, these creatures, they blend into their environment. I bet you thought that was just a pile of sticks over there until he slid on in the water. Cheeky little devil he is. Oh, I nearly missed him. I scurried on past and caught him out of the corner of my eye. Oh, you're a crocodilian, not a stick. So let's go see if we can't find ourselves another one. No, they're not hard to find. They're just all camera shy, so they scurry on into the water real quick. They hear old Freddy coming. Hey, you're a noisy, noisy boy, Freddy. So Righto, let's go, you noisy bugger. Now, despite the name, saltwater crocodile, these reptiles do not drink salt water, and they actually are not confined to just the saltwater habitats. Oh, there's slitters on in a little one over there. The saltwater crocodile in the wet season, they can spread themselves across all the wetlands and find themselves in billabongs all over the north here. So once you get up in the far north, ain't no waterway a safe waterway. Treat them all as if there's a goddamn croc in there, because they'll tear you on a party, will. Anyways, like I said, they cannot drink the salt water, but they do have these special glands on their tongue, and it helps them filtrate the salt water. This allows them to swim vast distances up and down the coast. You'll find crocodiles from Rockhampton all the way up around the coast to Broome. Now, these creatures, they'll travel thousands of kilometres from one system to another, whether it be to try and find more food or to try and find a new habitat, because like I said, they're very, very territorial. And if a big croc's pushing a little one out of his system, he just go find somewhere else to live. He'll go find himself some girls elsewhere. Now, not only can they filtrate the salt water out, they can actually survive off just the water they consume off consuming their prey. But they cannot eat their prey underwater, because as they go underwater, there's this special gland at the back of their throat, and it closes on up. It prevents the crocodile from drowning. So you'll notice when a crocodile has its prey in its mouth, the head is always above the water, chomping away as it goes downstream. And he'll eat that tucker when he goes up on the bank somewhere. Cheeky little devils they are, terrifying little devils they are. Let's go see if we can't find ourselves some more crocs, eh? Woo! Try and get further up this system. I kid you not, no word of a lie. Christina Pawlowski, she must have been one cracker of a shot. I tell you what, she must have had that eagle eye about her, because these crocs, they don't give you long. Couple of seconds and they scurry on into the water. And for her to smack that croc bang in the centre of the eyes, woo-wee! Eagle eye, I would have caught her, not one shot. One shot's the nickname she got. We got ourselves something, guys! Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh, dang! We gotta land it first, though. What you thinking, boyo? About a Monday! Oofa! That's a nice one, guys! God dang! Oofa! Oh! Come here, mate. Yes, sir! Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh, we got him in the boat, boyo! Oh, dang! You watch him, mate. You make sure he don't go anywhere. And get this other line in. Woo-wee! Oh! Got a bit excited there, I did. Alright, alright. Let's untangle this one, bud. You reckon this one's gonna go legal, boyo? I bloody hope so. Righto, righto. I think it's going to be my luck that it's going to be just shy. But we'll whack him on the measure stick. Opa! Come on, bud. Opa! Tackle well bone, measure stick. Oh, you little ripper! This one here, he goes 65 centimeters, guys. We got ourselves a Normanton Barramundi! Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh dang, let's get these lures back on out. Keep on trawling and go see what these crocs are doing, eh? You little ripper, I'll sort this fella out. Catch you guys soon. Did you guys know the saltwater crocodile actually doesn't need to eat every single day, despite being such a large, intimidating predator? He gets away with this because even though he is that large, intimidating predator, he's more so a creature of leisure. He likes to just lay around, bask in the sun, scout out his next opportunity for prey, and in the meantime, he stores an extra lot of fat in that big old tail of his. That's how you tell how healthy a croc is, how girthy the tail is. And not only that, they're cold-blooded, so they're not wasting energy while trying to create heat inside their body. They just absorb from the sun, and they have an extremely good metabolism. More than I can say for myself. I just look at that chocolate cake and put on the kilos. And because of all that, guys, this elite predator can go anywhere from months to a year without eating any tucker, and in extreme circumstances they can go up to 2 years. Imagine going 2 years without a feed. Ooh, I'd be so skinny. Now, just because the old snapping handbag can go all that time without eating any tucker, does not mean they like to. I mean, you and I can go a few days without eating tucker, but do you like going a day without eating tucker? I know I don't. The juvenile mud gecko, because they're much smaller, they consume smaller prey like insects and crustaceans. They like to eat 5 to 7 times a week. Whereas the adult snapping handbag, being much larger, they can consume bigger prey. So they've only got to eat every 1 to 3 weeks. They can consume prey like wallabies, wild boar, even the buffalo. And despite their loose eating habits, I would consider them a hungry, hungry hippo every time you're around these northern waterways. Because they could strike at any moment and you could be their tucker instead of that buffalo. And just like that, we captured ourselves a goose. absolute cracker of a day. Hey, more crocs so you can poke a dang stick at. And we got ourselves an elusive Butter Monday. So, how's about we mosey on back to camp and do ourselves a wee bit of a cook up with it, we will. What we're gonna cook, I don't know. There's nothing in Betty Lou, so there's no use scrounging on through her. We might duck on into the supermarket and I'll catch you guys back at camp. Come on, Fred, don't leave the people waiting. Go on, let's get back to camp, mate. Woo-hoo-hoo! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Yeah! Would you have a bloody go at the size of that barramundi? I wouldn't like to be filleting that one on up. Let's go back to camp and whack this one on the filleting board. We'll fill it up something a wee bit more reasonable. Then we'll hook into some tucker, eh? Whoa, whoa, whoa! You scared the goddamn hell out of me. What are you doing sneaking up on a man with a kniffy for, eh? Hey, you want to know what I'm making? I was just going to show you later on. Righto. Come on over here. I went to the supermarket and I was feeling a bit Mexican this afternoon. So we're going to whip ourselves up some ceviche with this fresh barramundi. And then later on tonight, we're going to cook ourselves up some fish tacos. For the ceviche, we're just going to cut the barramundi up nice and thin, as you can see, guys. And then we're going to squeeze a whole lemon, cut up some tomato, dice up a little bit of red onion, whack in some chili flakes, basil, and of course, the old salt and pepper. And I'll catch you guys when I'm doing the tacos. Cheeky bugger, don't sneak up on me again. I'll see you soon. And when you're done squeezing your lemon, don't go throwing her away, that's the best bit. Just gnaw her on down. Finish this off, eh? It really is just that easy, guys. Now while we let the acid from the lemon and tomato do its thing in the fridge, we're going to perch up on them in the hammock there and have a bit of a chilled afternoon. And we'll catch us when we're whipping up these tacos. Righto. It's dinner time, guys. Let's get these barramundi tacos on the go, eh? We got our barramundi all nicely diced up over here. We're going to give it a bit of a spray in the bag there with some oil. And over here we got ourselves some taco seasoning. There ain't no keeping up with the Joneses here. Just your El Cheapo version will suffice. Might even whack a bit more oil in there, eh? And then we'll throw a few chili flakes, salt and pepper in there. Mix it all on up and we'll cook it over here. On the old cob grill, we're going to whack a few of these taco shells on there. Heat them on up, guys. And to go with our ceviche. I was feeling a wee bit peckish when I was in the supermarket this Savi, so I got myself some salt and vinegar crackers. Go with the ceviche. I'll see you guys after I've whipped this all on up, eh? And just like that, guys, we got a 5-star meal at the back of old Betty Lou there. Don't get any better than that, does it? From creek to plate all in a day. Hey, fair dinkum. I'm going to sit down and enjoy this meal. I don't think there's any need to give you a review. We all know, you and I, she's going to be delicious. So if you like what you've seen today, even if you've learned something you didn't know before today, hit that subscribe button, flick that bell, and I'll catch you guys on my next adventure. So that's Uru for now, and I'll catch you on the next one. Uru!